This is the channel where we learn from some of your favorite artists. My name is Liza Quin. Welcome. If you clicked on this thumbnail, it's because you loved this Chris Stapleton rendition of the national anthem as much as I did. So this is not a first-time reaction. I did watch this on Super Bowl Sunday, and I know it's been a few weeks now since the time of filming this, but I had to go over it. I couldn't let this go by without having kind of sit down with you guys, rewatching it, appreciating it, and like really breaking down the details, which I didn't get to do that day, and I haven't watched it since, so I'm excited to do it with you guys. Thank you for joining me. Real quick before we dive in, some of you have mentioned that you haven't been seeing my most recent videos. I do try to post weekly. If it's not weekly, it's maximum every 10 days-ish. If you haven't been watching, it could be because you didn't click the notification bell, so make sure you do that right now. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right in.
Chris Stapleton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
Okay, many of us have seen this already. For those of you who haven't, I encourage you to go check it out before we dive into this. Right off the top, I remember this now. First of all, his tone, I know, it's just, it's something special. But this little kind of like run that he does in.
Oh, say.
Ooh, it's like honey. Whoa, say. Oh, that's very cool. I don't reach down there. Very cool, pretty. Let's keep going.
At the twilight's last gleaming.
Ooh, that twang. Twilight. There's a lot of reverb in a stadium and in a lot of slapback, so you want to kind of like have as much presence and ring in the voice as possible, and he nails that there. Of course, the rasp is so good.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming.
It's tasteful. Oh man, it's so tasteful. So a lot of people sometimes will complain like if a singer does too much to the melody, right? But it's just enough, in my opinion. It's adding that little thing that gives you the stank face, right? Where you're like, ooh, he did that. You know, he's not totally kind of derailing the whole thing and making it unrecognizable. It's just that little sprinkle of sugar. Oh, it's so perfect.
And the rock is regular upon her, singing out, yeah, through the night that our flag was still there.
Now, I know this is emotionally charged for them, obviously, the players. This is a huge moment for them. They worked their entire careers for this. And I know just, you know, melodically and the moment and just the whole thing, everything that it means is going to bring them to tears. But I'm just tearing up right now just listening to this. It's honest and it just comes from the gut and it just feels like kind of you're just laying it all out there. It really conveys that and then, you know, brings everybody to tears like this did.
Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
biggest takeaways. I mean, there's some things technically, but I think just as an overall performance, he did what he's good at. He took this version and he put forward what people know him for, what they love him for, kept true to the song. Not that that really necessarily matters. That's up for debate, right? That's up to you. But, you know, it was still recognizable, but just delivered in the way that only he could. And I think that that's one of the hardest things to do when you're doing something like the national anthem that so many people have sung. You know, technically, his mouth is barely moving. So it also goes to show that you don't need kind of this overuse of articulators. Oh, say does that star. You don't need to, oh, say, like kind of open up really, really wide. And I love that about him. He's able to give us all this stuff. It's just this very kind of subdued way. I'd love to know your thoughts on this. Had you seen this already? Were you already a Chris Stapleton fan? Did this make you one? Whatever your thoughts were on this performance and more, just make sure you drop it below. I loved having you here. Thank you guys so much. If you want to watch more of my videos, they're gonna pop up right here over my shoulder. I appreciate you all a ton. I'll see you next time.